This is BNN, the Bennington News Network.
And the second question, it just starts off with Jeannie. If you could add one key element to assure the success of downtown Bennington, what would it be?
Oh, only one. In 2 minutes. Well, I think a key element in downtown is increasing the vitality, the sense of one can go downtown for cafes or restaurants or services or stores or cultural events. And we have all of those things now, but we need to be able to package it, I think, in a slightly different way. We would need, I think we need to have people living on the second and third floors in downtown. I think we need to revitalize Putnam Square. We need to provide a sense of downtown being the place to be and something there for everyone from, birth to old age. So, I think the one thing I think is really just pulling what we have together and meshing it and building a web that really everything downtown supports everything else downtown and gives us an opportunity to enjoy the beauty. We have new parks coming in. I think just pulling together what we have and building on it would be what I would see as most important.
Great, thank you.
Jeanne, good answer. It's hard to go first. Or last. This one may be tough no matter where you are. The one thing I would do is dream ahead 5 years, and maybe that's that vision thing that we mentioned before, that if you have a vision of a downtown where all the storefronts are full, there are apartments upstairs, and it's bustling. It doesn't happen overnight. You can't come up with one thing that will make that happen. I think this is maybe part of the concept of planning, that you start with a vision, you look where you are, and you try to start figuring what steps do you need to get there. And it's the old journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. There'd be a lot of steps. We know that we have challenges throughout the town and downtown in particular. We have a lot of good things going. We have an awful lot of good resources and a lot of good people. But to marshal them together, get that excitement, we've got some festivals and things, that's part of it. But economic growth, bringing other small businesses here, I don't think you bring big business, enabling people to start their own business, enabling business to expand. There may be lots and lots of little tiny things that we could do that we could then build on and then work toward that objective. It's not an easy question, there's no easy answer, but it does take work, and I think it takes working together, because no one person has all the ideas. I think I'm always amazed when people get together and I listen to what they're saying, and ideas come together and boom, they start to make sense.
Thank you.
I got the first dome.
Yes, you did.
With the question looking for one key element, I would suggest that one key element is investment. And investment of a significant fashion. I do think that we have strong vision and understanding of what generally a downtown should be as a part of the community. And I think that we have vision for our own downtown. I think that one of the challenges that we have is that we don't have critical mass, whether it be of retail opportunities. We do have key pockets of activity right now in the entertainment and restaurant areas, very positive. I think that per capita we might have the best assortment of places to eat out as many other communities in Vermont have. And we have a thriving, growing arts community. But I think that the game changer would be for us to develop a scenario where that significant piece of investment could occur within our downtown. We see investment happening in Bennington, not on the scale we'd like it, outside of our downtown. I think that investment needs to happen downtown. And I think that an investment, a large, significant investment, has the potential of sort of getting us out of the, gee, what's wrong with downtown mode that many of us find ourselves trapped in. I think that if we got that kind of shot in the arm, we'd be able to feel better about ourselves and our downtown.
The things that came to mind when I heard the question the first thing that came to mind was I want a thriving downtown as much as anybody, but I want us to be careful to not lose the uniqueness of a small town. I believe that's why people come to Bennington, because we're not the same as every other town in the nation. It's a very, very different place, and I think we forget that when we go other places. I mean, when we have company, or when I have company, they're amazed at what we have here, and the beauty of the area and the quaintness of the downtown, and I wouldn't want to lose that no matter what we decided to do. But I do think there's certainly things that could be done. I know I hear over and over again that rent is prohibitively expensive downtown, and the spaces aren't always in the best of shape. So I think that's something that definitely could be dealt with to improve the likelihood that small business owners would be able to afford to open a shop downtown. I also feel like we need to be brave. We need to not limit ourselves and think outside the box and stop complaining and whining and moaning, but we have such incredible people that live here with such incredibly creative ideas, and I think many times they're squashed instead of supported and allowed to grow in their ideas. So I think being brave would be a great idea. And there aren't places downtown to just gather. I know there's a park plan for behind Merchants Bank where that used to be, and I think it's a great idea. It hasn't happened yet, and I'm assuming it's still going to happen, but that idea I think was wonderful. Places where we can gather as a community. Right on time. I'm done.
I'm thinking about the home run. That's my vision. I think we're sitting in part of that. We're somewhere around first base in this jewel. I see the Putnam block as the cornerstone for the future. And it is the home run. In order to hit the home run, you've got to pay the slugger. But with the synergy of private investment, and I believe that there are folks and companies that are interested at the right time to step up to the plate with public support. And the public support is not just the dollars, it's the community saying, we're ready to support. It might be in the form of a tax scenario. I'm not saying anything is going to be free, because I get this benefit of sitting here and saying, that's my vision. Visions cost, but we have to be ready to take the risk. There's no benefit without the risk.